What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So we are finally back from our travels. We went to Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, and Tennessee for the Tail of the Dragon Classic Hondas of the Dragon event, and then I was back for a day, did some work for that day, and then I went down to Irwindale to go to Formula Drift. And that one I didn't film. I just wanted to enjoy myself. But we're back in the shop. We're back working. And today is going to be kind of two different videos. So if you're seeing this one, then the other one looks like I won't have changed outfits because I wouldn't have, but I didn't want to mix the content. So today we are kind of hanging out. So for this video, we're going to be working on Doge's intake and then slapping probably some new rotors. There's freaking mosquitoes in here. Slapping some new rotors on the S2000 because I've warped mine a handful of times. I've already had them turned, and then it's just I got aggressive brake pads and I'm running part store blanks, so they don't hold up that well. And they've been on the car for about a year and a half since I bought it, so it's time. I got some, I think, power stop slotted ones in the cabinet back there, so we're gonna slap those on. But in the short term, Doge is gonna be ripping the new Supra because our friend Mari just got it and got it PPF'd and got some TEs and stuff already on it, and it's good to see friends leveling up. So Doge is gonna take it for a rip because this is what he's been working on, trying to get in the background.
They gotta be doing something.
All right, Doge, what was the verdict?
I like it a lot.
Are you buying one tomorrow?
I would love to if they had a blue one in stock. I would just go buy one right now. Tan interior.
Blue and tan? Is that, oh, that you really actually want tan interior?
Tan interior is really classy.
He's an old man, okay?
Yeah, the M2 with the tan interior. It was nice. It was lovely, as my kids
It's
say.
lovely.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. Didn't really thrash on it too much because Mari's still breaking hers in. Didn't want to be.
Oh, it's like yours is brand new?
Brand new.
How many miles?
400 now.
Oh, so you're doing the break-in.
Yeah.
Oh, just give it the old Italian break-in or whatever.
Well, so I said
On it,
Mike's,
and he was like a little bit, and I was like, dude, step on it.
I gave it like a good third.
Her
half
oil rings
throttle.
aren't going to seat right because you granny driving it.
That's not my choice.
Yeah, I was like, just rip on it, it's okay.
Yeah.
No, Mike's got a lease. I can rip on him.
Yeah,
sure.
you can rip on that one. Who cares?
Who cares? The next guy cares.
Yeah.
Well,
It's next guy problems.
Yeah.
Sorry, next guy.
Fucking Saturday was crazy.
back that thing up. He got new seats and he's still learning how to like look around in them, I guess. He almost like smacked my car last night when we were backing in.
Does it have like, oh yeah, it does, yeah. Oh shoot. Whoa!
It's family time.
Yeah. Just gotta
Please
flex
no.
your fancy Recaro boys now.
Hang on, don't get out just yet. I'm gonna move this bit back.
Okay.
Dording adds character.
Ah.
This thing's got enough.
It's just a peeling old grape.
Man, look at all the Dordings back there, man.
I know.
This owner killed this thing.
So it's been a while since we've seen Doge's car around here, and it's been a while since we've seen Doge in general. He's just been a working boy, dealing with life and such. So he's made a few changes. What have we done, Doge?
Oh, since last time?
Yeah,
All right.
it's been a minute, so.
Yeah, I don't even know. So I had been having oil starvation issues. One of the things I wanted to do there was to get get a baffled oil pan. They didn't really make them for the K24 with the K24 pump. So I swapped in a K20 oil pump, swapped in a track tough pan, had some issues with sealing on that. Chris finally got it fixed up for me.
Oh, it did work so far?
Mostly, I ended up having to patch a little bit more. It was just, there were some pinholes even higher up.
Really?
Yeah, it was just pinholed all over the place. Anyways, got the oil leak stopped. Put on an RBC. That's kind of next on the list of things to fix up. That's what I'm here today, is to get the intake that Chris had previously made for me tweaked to work for the RBC. Shouldn't take too much work. And then, yeah, it'll be back to tuning and get the AC put in the rest of the way. I've got an Integra full-size condenser put on there to be able to work with the hybrid racing full-size radiator. Just basically took some brackets out of a first gen CRV, I think, and modified them to make them fit under here. You can see the bolts mounting points.
Oh yeah. He stalled it.
Yeah, so just a lot of homebrew stuff. Basically going to take this to an AC shop and get them to finish making the lines for me. Get it all charged up, and then should be full daily status. Should be really cool.
Yeah.
Excited to do some road trips in it.
Yeah, the AC is what, a year and a half in the making?
Yeah, a little bit. I also have a bumper that needs to go on, and then we're going to be getting into body and paint stuff later on. So still just ironing things out, but yeah, stoked. And then yeah, Chris had alluded to the Recaros. Finally got the second one in, and actually got side bolsters on that one. So the other one's a little bit more accidentally on purpose, more of a passenger seat.
Oh, I didn't even notice that till just now.
Yeah, it was a little boo-boo on my part on ordering it, but it actually works out.
Yeah, at least when people look inside, they're like, okay, got matching Recaros, and then you go to sit, and then you're tucked in, and they're not.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like, buckle up, good luck.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm pretty stoked to be driving this again. I've been having some wiring issues with the AC and found stuff out, but yeah, those hard lessons you don't want to have to find out.
Just like he said, that's what we're going to start on is, well, I guess let it cool down for a minute since he was ripping it over here, and then... Always. But yeah, we're just basically rebuilding the intake, or modifying the intake. So before he had the K24 intake on there, which kind of kicked it up and then angled slightly, so pretty much should be good to just, you know, chop the end off and throw a new bead on it, and it should put the filter relatively where we had it before. So once we get to moving in that and stuff, and we'll show you. So just to get him by, he just slapped the intake filter on there. So looking at it, pretty much, where'd it go? We made it kind of fancy looking before, partially out of necessity because I didn't have any angles, partially for the coolness factor, but we got a buttload of pie cuts here, so we got room to work with. And essentially this tab there bolts up right down there. I know you can't really see the screw because the shadowing, but ideally it'll be something like that. So realistically we can probably just chop somewhere around the end of the badge here, and then maybe even clock this and then extend it. So I do have some more 3-inch. We got the bins over there. We got plenty of scrap, so we'll be fine there. But yeah, just trying to, you know, make this work. Actually, we can probably, yeah, I don't know. There's different ways around this. We'll show you guys once we're done. And then I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen one of the newest Subarus, but here it is in all of its glory. The front doesn't bother me. This rear end, very Ford Fusion-esque. And this big black section here, it looks like a Certifit bumper. It looks like it came from factory with a Certifit bumper. So I don't know. Otherwise, I think it's a pretty cool car nonetheless. Owner is really nice. His name's Eric. But yeah, we might be making some downpipe thing for this. These seats are pretty cool though. Yeah. Anyway, we're just having a good day here, kicking at the shop with the boys. First day back. Let's get some work done. So now that we got it kind of test fit in here, should be pretty simple. So we had to bend the tab a little bit, so he stuck it in the vise and rotated it slightly. It's hard to pick that up on the camera, but it was a little close to the VSS because he has his speed sensor front mounted, not back here like mine is. So that's twisted more forward towards the radiator, so it's away from the VSS, and now bent the tab down slightly, so we're looking pretty good height-wise. And you can see pretty much overhead now. All we got to do is chop it right at this weld joint here on the bandsaw, and then we can just shoot it straight over with just a small piece with the not the weld joint, but the bead roll. So that'll be nice and easy, really quick. All right, so after a couple minutes of welding, we're looking pretty good here. So we only added, you can see there, about I don't know, I'm saying 1.25 inches. Should fit pretty good though. Let's test fit it. All right, rinse it out just to make sure there's no shavings in there. Want to do the honors? Ta-da. Yeah. You probably want the filter-y.
Optional.
Well, I mean, I suppose it's... you don't even have the clamps.
Yeah, I was going to borrow some zip ties from you.
I may have a clamp or two.
My infinite wisdom forgetting half of the stuff that was required for the job.
Still more prepared than half the Honda boys that come to me, so...
Sad times.
Oh, is it short?
Might be a little short.
Oh. I thought we needed so little. Okay, well, we can always chop and re-add it. Looks like we're a little bit short, actually. I overcompensated, so that's fine. It's easy to weld. and we got plenty of material laying around, so no problem. All right, now we got that taken care of. You can see that second weld joint, we just extended it out a little bit, so now we should fit, hopefully.
Rain too. I don't know where I put the filter.
Just one of those classic cases of, you know, measure none, cut and weld twice, or however the saying goes.
I don't know the saying, so I don't do it. They're gonna keep me away from saw blades. Wire's easy. You can just trim it back endlessly.
Yeah, metal's kind of the same way. It's just a little bit longer of a process to fix. Are we in the realm?
We're getting closer. Maybe I put that on.
May or may not have added another inch off camera, but who's counting? All right, you know, all that matters is that the end result is what we need. So,
Fix it in post.
Yeah, fix it in post. If you guys think this is so easy, let's see you do it. Yeah, we're looking pretty good now.
You say meow?
Meow. Gotta feed it on the throttle body first.
Get it on there. There she goes. Try to get that part underneath to go. There you go. Snapped right into place like it was designed to.
It's almost like we designed it that way.
Sweet.
Yeah, this clamp might be big enough. I mean, it should be. Yeah, I don't know. You'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll get me down the road and then back over here in like an hour or so. I was gonna even say just zip tie the damn thing. All OE and fancy like.
I finally built a filter for my turbo setup so I could finally recirculate my valve cover after 4 years. It made the turbo sound cooler too. It gives it more of that deep like sound instead of like the
Really whistling.
Yeah, if that makes sense.
Yeah. That much better.
Muy bien. I suppose it can't really go anywhere anyway.
Yeah, it's pretty fixed in place.
All right, so Doge, he has taken off. Efren actually went with him. I think they either run back to Doge, just has to do something. But the intake is all good. He's just going to go get his clamp, and then he's just going to bring me back my coupler or whatever. So in the meantime, we were working on the other video, which I'll give you guys a sneak peek. Got something new for the S, and it feels good. But I am going to get this thing up on the lift really quick so we can get these rotors slapped on. It won't take long at all, but, you know, figure we may as well film it because anything is content, right? Let's get this thing up in the air. So the reason I was complaining earlier is because my process to get this thing up in the air is I gotta, you know, line it up with the lift, and then I gotta go under with the jack the diff up, swing the arms under, and then yeah, it's just a little bit of a process. All right, so I don't have any special lugs. I just got your normal like acorn sockets, but yeah, look at how nasty these wheels have got. This was with ceramic coat and stuff, and I'm just running StopTech Sport pads, and like I was hand washing these things like once a week, twice a week for a while, but now this is all just stained. Like some of it is obviously dust, but like the majority of this is just straight stained. So I really want to powder coat these things, and I'm looking next at doing like some sort of dark blue, but I don't know. I just need money for that. Unless one of you guys got a hook up on powder coating, then hit your boy up. Let's get these things powder coated. Like I said, we're not doing anything super fancy. I just got a pair of these drilled and slotted power stops. Drilled and slotted wasn't my first option just because you really don't need them. But, I mean, it is what it is. It was what was available to me because for whatever reason I couldn't get any blanks left and right. And I already have drilled and slotted in the rears that were on the car when I got the car. So now it'll at least match a little bit. So really, I'm not doing nothing special. I just checked. My pad life is pretty good yet. So I'm just going to go ahead and... I do have to compress the caliper piston in a little bit since these rotors, like I said, have been turned before. They're going to be quite a bit thinner, I believe, than these new ones. So we're going to go ahead and push the caliper piston in, so I'm going to open the caliper itself. But otherwise, I mean, you guys know how to do this. We're just undoing these two set screws and then undoing the caliper itself with the two bolts in the back. And then, yeah, we're just moving it and swapping them. Really not a good way to do this one-handed, but yeah, you can kind of see what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead. I gotta climb up, pop the hood so I can open the brake cylinder so I can push this piston in, but I'm not gonna let it hang. I'm gonna go grab a bungee tie. So of course, run through your normal procedure. These ones are labeled, so this is front driver side, because it does matter the orientation of which the lines for the slots and stuff go. And then front passenger side is labeled, obviously. And of course, you know, spray it down with brake cleaner, wipe it off. I always use this to replace the set screws with, just a dab of it, just so it's easier next time you go to take it out. Just a little dab. Got the rotor put on, and I just finished compressing the caliper piston on this side. So nothing fancy, you know, I just using this Harbor Freight cheap tool. So it works pretty darn well. I mean, you can see it's kind of bent a little bit over the times because I've done some tough, sticky calipers with it. But overall, this thing is good to go. This side's all done. You can see here, I still got probably half life left on the brake pads. So they just look really dirty. I mean, they kind of are, but you can see on the left side there, we got plenty of life left on them. These StopTech Sports last quite a while. Although I do wish I would have bought some caliper paint, because I kind of want to just do these blue, but this would have been a really good time. Yeah, should have thought ahead of that. All right, like I said, this side is all done, put back together. I'm gonna just go ahead and do the other side really quick and we'll wrap this up. All right, so don't mind the darkness. I forgot to film this back at the shop, but we are all good. Brakes are on, as you can see. We're looking good here. Just got home. They feel good. Almost ran into the curb of the shop because I forgot to bleed the, well, not bleed, but like press the pedal before I drove it out, and I went to back it out of the shop, and it's slightly downward angle, and yeah, that almost turned out to not be good. But yeah, so now wrapping the video up here. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Just had some fun, you know, catching up with Doge, doing some work with him. We got some work done on the S, and yeah, we're looking pretty good so far with that car. So now I'm back to saving up for the next part, which is probably, I really need to get that hood replaced since I bent it that one time. But anyways, guys, thanks for hanging out with me here on the video today. If you did enjoy it, be sure to let me know in the comments down below. If you're new to the channel, hopefully by now you have considered subscribing, and if you would like to help support the channel, I do have SDFab merch. It is still available. I decided to extend the length of time of which you can go and buy it. So you should hit that big cartel and order yourself one. A handful of you guys already have, and of that I thank you very much. And anyways, guys, do what you love, forget about the rest, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.